Family 445 class. Here is my learning teaching outline, because I know you're all excited to hear it. So for number one, I wrote about getting involved in family life education. When it comes to that, I can see myself getting involved in my children's schooling and PTA, or being involved in community meetings that affect me and my community, being involved in Scouts or Young Women's, and seeing what I can do to help other parents with parenting questions, because over the course of this major, I've learned a lot about children and how to help them. I'm kind of a people person. When I am not in an awkward conversation with someone, it's easy to talk to people. I find it easy to talk to people. I'm pretty good at explaining things, and I'm pretty good at phrasing things in a way that is not offensive. I love finding new ways to do that. I like to make friends, and I like to volunteer. Those are my strengths and abilities. I think it's really important that we use a strong theoretical and research-based foundation for family life education programs. It's critical that we use peer-reviewed, tested resources to create them, and we want to make sure that it has a good foundation. It's coming from real research and trusted sources. And also, it's important to recognize that what works for one family doesn't work for another, but researchers have theories that can be used in many family situations, so we have to look at everything. New research is being discovered all the time, or new research is being done all the time. So we need to update family life education programs to reflect current understandings of theories and things. Not everyone is at the same level of need when it comes to family life education. Some people need prevention and some people need recovery. And a research-based multi-level program would be able to do that. I am most interested in family life education on a secondary level. I like to work with people one-on-one, and I like to help people identify problems that may be occurring and make sure that the problem does not become really dire. I like to prevent people from becoming scarred if I can. That's really important to me. Prevention is easier than healing. Therapeutic remediation is not family life education unless the person is trained specifically as a therapist. In their field of expertise, therapeutic remediation should not be attempted. When we discover a community's needs, we have to look at specific people in that community and how they live and what they do. It would be a waste of time and money to teach a class without knowing what the community likes or what they need, what's happening in their lives. When people learn things about things that directly apply to them, they will be more likely to apply it to their lives. Sometimes what seems like a big problem may not be the biggest problem, so it's important that we find out what the biggest threat to the community is and base our programs from that. To find out what the community needs, we can use surveys, questionnaires, and interviews, and the audience needs to be consulted in order to figure out what they need. The size of the audience is important when assessing the audience's needs. We can do questionnaires or online surveys in order to figure that out. When you're marketing a family life education workshop, it's important to send out multiple invitations or reminders to the family life education class. The more people hear about it, the more likely it is that they'll remember that it's happening. And technology can be used to make family life education classes engaging. Finding specific needs of the audience is an important aspect of marketing, because there can be certain facts or data that will be really helpful to share for them. If you don't know what they need, the program will lose its effectiveness. So for my marketing family life education, One time I sold bracelets to my neighbors, and we figured out after going from door to door in my neighborhood that men don't like to buy bracelets. It's women and children that are more likely to buy bracelets, and especially women with children. That seemed to be our biggest audience. So we sold maybe 10 bracelets to women with kids, and we could have marketed more effectively if we knew where people with kids lived or had a way of like telling people about our enterprise. Um, I learned that I had to think out of the box in order to sell our product. We just went from house to house and talked to everyone, and we could have asked people who knew the neighborhood better to find out who lived where and who to market to. I believe the purpose of the family is I believe that the role of the family is to bring spirits into this world and to teach them about the gospel. Family life education can make it easier to recognize the purpose of the family. It's easier to have a righteous, happy family if we are working to be the best parents and family members that we can be. When we work hard for our family, we're more likely to see the bigger picture instead of what's immediately in front of us. I believe that every person in every family has the potential for happiness, even though many families are faced with great threats to their comfort and well-being and happiness. I believe that everyone has the ability to change their lives, and I want to help people and see people become more confident and happy in their family life. Motivating people can be difficult, especially when it comes to family life. People tend to give up because it seems really hard to change. It's easy to be overwhelmed when people reciprocate negatively with negative reactions, with more reactions. And I think the main motivation that I would like to use to let people know that they can be happier is that happiness is attainable. It's not impossible. It's there in the future. It just takes work. And that is my learning teaching outline. I hope you enjoyed it.